Hello guys, Archangel here, and today I'm going to be doing Rated Battleground target calling guide for all classes. First I'm going to talk about what classes are best for target calling in Rated Battlegrounds. Now, melee DPS are by far the best, Death Knight being the best of the best. But range DPS, it is possible to target call as a range DPS, but it's kind of hard because you're always switching to polymorph and other CC, and if people are using focus targets, switch to your targets, then they're going to think, oh, we're switching targets, hit that target that you've just polymorphed and break the CC, so it's not so good as range DPS, unfortunately. Now, there are three things you need to be a target caller, and the first thing is confidence. With confidence comes with a good mic as well. If you don't have a good mic, if it's unclear or quiet, then people aren't going to hear you, understand you, and it's all going to go horribly wrong, really. But you need to be repeating yourself when you're calling targets, so don't just say, go on Death Knight, and then the rest of the fight is like that, just no sound whatsoever until that Death Knight dies, or most likely your team wipes. You want to be going, get on Death Knight, get on Death Knight, get on Death Knight, everyone on Death Knight now, get on Death Knight, Unholy Death Knight, then say the name, whatever his name is, or just keep saying it out, and keep saying for the whole fight. You don't have to go Death Knight, Death Knight, Death Knight for the whole time, but every, say, 5 seconds you need to reassure people that they're on the right target, and if they're on the wrong target, then get onto the right target. And you need to be encouraging CC with your group as well. They're not always going to be CCing properly because everyone's a slacker that isn't a target killer, of course. So you need to be going, put some CC on Holy Paladin now, put some CCs on Holy Paladin now, until someone says Cyclone Holy Paladin or Polymorph in Holy Paladin. And you also need to know how to, well, not how to, it's obviously how to, but you need to know that switches are good. Switches are very good, and you need to make sure that everyone knows that you're switching. You can do it either instantly, because someone, say, bubbles down or something, or say, like, switching to Warlock in 5-4, so everyone gets their explosive cooldowns ready, and boom, as soon as that goes to 1, he's dead, because everyone's fired Chaos Bolts and used all the DPS cooldowns on him, so that's a pretty good switch, that would be. And of course, you want to be staying on the target because people will be using focus macros on you, so stay on the target as much as possible. Or on some classes, you have to CC to switch, of course, so that's why those classes ain't so good. In the background, by the way, it's just a random BG that I was playing earlier. You'll see that the team plays actually quite well, the Horde team. Yeah, they play pretty damn well, and they managed to keep most of the carts in the BG. But back to the point, the second thing you need is knowledge of what's happening around you. In front of you and like a couple of meters behind you, you can see on your screen. I found that when I used to target call, like when I started off, I didn't notice many things around me, but now, it's because I was focusing on the target and my action bars, say, and runes, but now I'm always looking around to see what's going on, and I'm always getting help from my team, of course. You need help from your team. They need to be saying, say, the Boomkin's at the back, the Boomkin's at the back, or Shaman overextended, so you can go, oh, okay, let's switch to that, go behind, everyone switches to him, he's dead because he's overextended and stupid. And the third thing you need is knowledge of class cooldowns. Now, there is an add-on that can help you with this, Gladiator's LOSSA, until you can get, say, until you get confident with the visuals of cooldowns, it's best to use this because it calls them out. Of course, you have to know what they are in the first place, but some reading can help you with that. And as soon as you get done with okay with the visuals, you can stop using Gladiator's LOSSA. I still use it actually, but I don't listen to it at all. It just chats shit, really. I don't know why I still have it, but oh well. And that's the three things you need to become a target caller. And now go on to what targets are best. Now, what targets are best? Well, melee DPSs are very good targets because they're always overextending if they want to hit, as long as your team isn't overextended and they're attacking your overextended targets. But most of the time they're going to be overextended on your range DPS or, say, on healers or something. You can easily switch to melee DPS and nuke them down fast once their cooldowns are gone, especially. Targets like DKs in the wrong, not in blood presence even. If they're in blood presence, they're going to be hard targets, but still killable if they're really overextended. But DKs in Unholy or Frost presence, Rogues, Armors Warriors, Rep Paladins, Feral Druids tend to be quite tough actually, but they're also good targets. Windwalker Monks, very good targets, and Enhancement Shamans, although you'll probably never see one in an RBG, are also very good targets. Windwalker Monks die really fast if you can catch them. And healers are also great targets to go on. You should be going on healers if you can't do down those melee DPS. Keep the healers trained and interrupted. Make sure you're calling out when you've interrupted them so you can get some burst. You need to be CCing the other 2 healers, remember, so you can easily nuke them down. And other good targets are range DPS that are overextending, or range DPS that have used their cooldowns. If they've used their cooldowns, especially, say, Mage Ice Block, Priest Dispersion, then they're really weak and you want to be switching to them. They'll die fast as long as healers are CC'd. But that's it really for the target calling guide. Thank you everyone for listening. I'll make a DK specific one soon because I'm a DK of course, and I'll be going over def grips and mass grips and such. But thank you all for watching. Good luck climbing your RBG ladders and target calling for your teams, and I'll see you soon.